Okay, before I ask any questions, how much does that thing cost?
I got this for $15.
I thought it was a penny whistle.
Very
Okay.
good. Penny's gone up, the price has gone up.
This is Access Door County, and I'm your host, Dan Mathein. Our program today will introduce the Door County Folk Alliance. And we have some folks here tonight, complete with a penny whistle. Okay, our guests this evening are Mike Grimm, who's the president on guitar, and he's from Sturgeon Bay. Kay Bidwell Loberg, she's treasurer, she's from Carlsville. And then we have Nelson Wyatt, vice president from Sturgeon Bay on the squeeze box. And then Donna Johnson from Bailey's Harbor. And what do you call that instrument?
A bowrun.
A bower.
Bowrun.
A bowrun. Okay. I'm learning something every day. Welcome, everyone. Did I say hi to everyone? Who'd I miss?
I think you missed.
I missed the penny whistle?
You missed the penny whistle.
Oh,
think that was
golly.
on
There's a subtext here somewhere.
I think so.
Well, who are you?
My name is Pamela Johnson.
You're Pamela Johnson,
Yep.
and you're from Fish Creek.
Juddville, actually.
Oh, Juddville.
Yep. She's from Carlville. I can be from Juddville.
Well, how did you hook up with all these people?
It was actually a friend of mine who lives in Jacksonport who plays fiddle who said, hey, you might want to play with these people. You're looking for places and people to play with. And she played fiddle, and she introduced me to the Door County Folk Alliance. And I came actually with my piccolo and my flute to start out with, and then switched over to penny whistle for a more authentic sound.
Okay, so it's an
Yep.
it's an evolving group.
Yes, definitely.
Wonderful. Mike Grimm is the president.
Yes, he is.
Let me zoom over here, Mike.
And I just want to mention you forgot another board member.
Oh, I'm going to introduce Gretchen. Don't worry. But Mike, tell me how you got to be president. No, don't tell me. You missed a meeting.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, perhaps I could talk about something else.
Well, sure.
It's a small group, and we take turns. We switch around. People taking different tasks, and there's no real difference, I suppose, in the amount of work that any board member does.
Okay,
Just
so
different
we've
titles.
met a few of the active members. Well, really, who is the Folk Alliance? Is there a limit or a...
Well,
Draw a circle around it
yeah,
for
the
us.
Door County Folk Alliance is a nonprofit, so we're a nonprofit organization. We're organized as a 501c3. We are not a membership organization, but we have a board, and here are the four principal board members. And then we have some other board members. Don is a board member, Gretchen, and then we have one more, Laura, who's not here tonight.
Okay.
So we have, is that seven? 7 board members. And we meet as need be, sometimes once a month or so.
So I can assume you're all volunteers.
Yes.
Okay.
None of us are paid. And our primary mission, I suppose, is to bring folk music and folk dance to people here in Door County.
Ah,
And
well, how long have you been doing that?
Well, I was just going to say, just to finish that thought, it's really to provide I suppose, a link to those activities that bring community, that bring people together to visit, to socialize, and to form bonds, hopefully strengthening the network here.
Well, how often do you perform or gather people together and jam, or how,
Well,
I don't know the
we do
right
all of those
terminology.
things at different, different intervals. We have dances that we put on roughly once a month. And we have one, I'm not sure when this is going to be aired, but we have one coming up on the weekend of March 15th, which is this weekend, here in Sevastopol at the Institute Saloon. And besides those dances, which are big events for us, we get maybe 7, 8 musicians together, again, all volunteer, and we put on a dance. We bring in a caller, and they put on a dance. And so that's, like I say, about once a month. Then we do our twice a month, sessions we call them, Irish sessions, over at
Okay.
Kitty O'Reilly's, first and third Wednesday of the month, every first and third Wednesday. And from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we get whoever wants to show up. Really, a session is open for any musician who wants to just show up. It's not a performance, it's just getting together to enjoy the music. We have a beer and socialize a little bit, learn some new tunes, practice old tunes, meet some new friends. And so that's at Kitty's on first and third Wednesday. And then we do specialty kinds of things, and I should let someone else talk about some of these other things here. But we're hopefully going to do something at the Boys and Girls Club soon here in Sturgeon Bay, and we're doing something at the Senior Center on the 17th.
So you're available for different groups who want to say, hey, Mike or Nelson or anybody, can you come over and
Right.
enjoy
right.
our company?
Yeah, and again, it's all acoustic music, and it's just trying to keep that folk music tradition alive here.
Wonderful. Now, what was the name of that thing again?
It's a Bowron, and it's spelled differently. It's spelled Bodhran, but pronounced Bowron.
Okay. I learn something every day. If I live long enough, my IQ will get to 3 digits. Well, we didn't actually introduce Gretchen. Gretchen, you're on the board. Come over. Gretchen's from Algoma. Well, she's right on the county line, but she says her post office is Algoma.
That's right.
You're a dancer.
Yes, I am.
Well,
I
now-
get stage fright up here, so I belong over there.
well, just talk to me. You know, it's okay. I don't bite.
Okay.
Since you're young enough to be my granddaughter, what the heck? From a dancer's perspective, why do you come to dance?
Oh, it's been a great way to get out of the house and meet some new people and
Okay.
do something that's energetic and affordable and not just hanging out in a bar and staring at everybody. These are non-alcoholic dances where family members are welcome to come, all ages are coming, and it's
So-
been a lot of fun to learn how to do something new.
How long have you been hanging out with this crew?
Well, not long. Actually, I just started dancing in April of last year, so not
But
long.
you've had a professional dance career on Broadway before this?
No, that's my entertainment career is the other Gretchen Wilson.
Oh, okay. I had you mistaken there for a moment. But you just came and started dancing.
Yeah, I had a neighbor who was involved with this group who encouraged me to come, and after months and months of saying no, I finally decided to say yes, and thought,
Wonderful.
what have I waited for? This is great.
So in a few minutes, perhaps you'll show us what a dance looks like?
Oh, sure, would love to.
That would be delightful. Thank you very much. Who else wants to jump in? Nelson?
Sure.
What does that mean
That was really volunteer.
I may regret that word, but
Nelson's so enthusiastic. Why did you join this group? You and Mike are both from Sturgeon Bay.
we are. I just love playing folk music, and I've done contra dancing, which is what we mostly do at these barn dances in Minneapolis and in New England. And this is just really fun stuff to do. It's a wonderful tradition, and I think one thing we want to do is make sure it just doesn't die out. You know, we want to reach out to people that haven't done this, and these kind of dances are done all over the country, from coast to coast, and even in Wisconsin. You know, so
Even in
that's
Wisconsin.
just amazing. So we're kind of the local people that do it here, and there's folks down in Milwaukee that do it, and callers come from different parts of the state. So it's just a traditional thing to do, and if you like to do it, you just can't stay away from it, basically.
Wonderful, wonderful. I see you have a Planet squeeze box.
That's right, yep.
Okay, and is Lawrence going to come and assist us this evening?
It'll be interesting if he does. I hope they get him on camera. It'll be really a first.
That indeed would be. Thank you very much. What else can you play for us tonight?
Yeah, we played a couple of reels before, so we can play a couple of jigs, which have a little different rhythm, but they're used for the same kind of dancing.
Wonderful. And how could we demonstrate dancing while we play this? Is that
Well,
possible?
Yeah, Gretchen and I were going to try to illustrate sort of the skeleton, I suppose, of a dance. Generally, there are 30, 40 people in the room with a caller, and so you will see something that is not exactly a dance, but you will see us perhaps trying to do some of the characteristic dance moves, I suppose, that make up a whole sequence.
Excellent. So it can, it'll show people watching that they can come and try it too.
All you need to know is if you can walk and if you know your right from your left, and that's about it.
Okay, well, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, even if you don't, someone will help you out.
Let me step aside and play us a little jig. Gretchen, you're the mouthpiece.
Well, let's see, obviously, the first thing we did was step forward for 4 steps and step back for 4 steps. And then we did something called do-si-do, where we turn around and pass each other on the right shoulder. And then we do a step called seesaw, where we do the same thing and pass each other on the left shoulder. And then we're gonna lose you because.
Well, go for it.
Down to that end of the.
Show us all.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A rapid sidestep.
Yeah, or a sachet.
A sachet.
Sashaying down and up the hall.
Okay.
And as you notice, we're sort of counting. We don't have to really count during a dance, but lacking other dancers and music and stuff, we sort of count. And these dances are all very closely tied to the structure of the music. These tunes, these are dance tunes, even though they're rigs and reels, jigs, polkas. They all have 32 measures to a tune when you play them through. And the dances are coordinated with that structure. So at the end of your 32 measures, you're pretty much back where you started from, only moved one position in the line. And so you eventually move yourself down to the hall,
The line of people.
down the line, and then move yourself back up. And the dances are structured so that you're changing places once every time through a tune. And it's, maybe that's a little hard to sort of understand as I talk it, but.
There's a caller who helps you through this.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep counting in your head like that as much.
So when I think of a caller, I think of Alaman left and,
Yeah, right,
okay,
that's correct.
like an old barn dance.
Yeah. So an allemande is, which we didn't do, but an allemande is like this. It's just another way to move yourself around the floor.
Okay. And where are you going to do this next?
At the Saloon Dance Hall, Institute Saloon Dance Hall, Saturday evening, March 15th, and starts at 7, goes till 9:30 or so. And it's it's a little, there'll be some typical dances, but also because it's in honor of St. Patrick, it's our Cayley dance. So we get a caller from Milwaukee, Julie Clark, who knows some Irish, particularly Irish kinds of dances. So we're going to do some of those too.
My sainted Irish mother would be proud of you, boy.
Yeah, you're real fit. You should be there.
So it's Saturday the 15th?
Yes.
7 till,
9:30, 10.
okay,
like that.
right here in Downtown Institute.
That's right. Right at the
Outstanding.
crossroads.
You mentioned earlier you play at Kitty's,
Yes.
and those are on,
The first and third Wednesday evenings. First and third Wednesdays of the month.
okay,
And we start at 7 and we go till about 9 or so.
wonderful.
And it really, again, anyone who wants to learn or enjoy this kind of music is certainly welcome. And most of what we're doing at Kitty's, because it's Kitty O'Reilly's, Irish pub, we do mostly Irish kind of themed tunes, but once in a while we sneak in something else.
Excellent.
Nelson's always trying to sneak in something.
He looks like that type. Is there anything else you can tell us about your group that strikes you as something that everyone would want to know about the Door County Folk Alliance?
Well, and feel free to jump in, anyone over there, but I think it's just, as Gretchen said, it's a great family time, and it's also for adults, for people of, most ages. It's kind of tough for the real little kids because they kind of get lost, in the crowd. But
I see a hand raised.
yeah.
And we want people to know not to feel like they have to have a partner. If they just want to dance and come by themselves, that's okay, because there's always people to dance with. So if you're a single and you want to come and just meet some people and dance, please feel free to come. Having a partner is not required.
See, in my day, we used to call that hag, stag, or drag.
Something like that, but I don't know, that's not so good sounding. So,
Yeah.
So Gretchen, did you catch your wind?
I have my win now, thank you.
Yes. Looks like your Mr. President worked you very hard.
Well, they're energetic, but they're fun, and you really don't have to lose your breath like that if you're in better shape than I am.
Excellent, excellent. Any other closing thoughts? I want to thank everyone for being here today. We have a cast of thousands. Mike, Kay, Nelson, Pam, Laura, Donna, and Gretchen. Thanks for entertaining us, and we really appreciate your time today. And I want to repeat the website, which is dcfolk.com. Everybody thinks you got to put www in front of that, but only George Bush goes with www. And the email address, if they want to email you, is dcfolkalliance@gmail.com.
Yes, and they can, if you go to the website, the dances will be posted on there and other information. And if you want to get on an email list, we have an email list, so you can get notified of any dance that's coming up.
Like us on Facebook.
Yes, we're on
You're
Facebook.
on Facebook now, too? That's wonderful.
Yeah. So, yeah, if they want to get on an email list so they get notified of when the dances are, they can go to the email there and just sign up there. Or if they come to the dance, there's an email list. They can write down their name and email.
You've been watching Access Door County with your host, Dan Mathein. Access Door County is carried exclusively on Sevastopol TV, no matter what the Russians think, and that's channel 986. Thank you for watching.